Hello, welcome to the session on VAT IntelliDot ERP9 Release 5.0. The session will proceed in the order shown on the slide. Business requirement, product walkthrough for first time user, triangulation, save returns, revise returns, guidelines for existing users, summary and FAQ. Business requirement. The two big questions that a businessman asks himself are, is my tax return reconciled with the transactions? And am I paying the right tax to the government? If returns are reconciled with transactions and the right tax is paid, there is never a problem. But if errors are discovered in the returns or if the wrong tax is paid to the government, there are penalties and fines in addition to the harassment he goes through. Typically, every businessman would want to ensure that returns reflect books accurately. The tax returns must reflect the underlying transactions accurately. This is a basic need. We cannot have the tax ledger showing one figure and the tax return showing another. Tax payments are accurate. To ensure that returns are accurate and tax payments are correct, transactions must be entered correctly as per the VAT rules. Errors can be identified and corrected easily. Errors are inevitable. It is important that the software has a simple, accurate and fast way in which potential errors are highlighted, so that timely corrections may be done, preferably before filing the returns. Simple to set up and start. Every businessman wants that his taxes are managed in a simple manner, that the initial setup is minimal and takes just a few minutes, and that no expertise is needed. Let us see how Release 5.0 addresses all these requirements and makes VAT management simple. First, let us see how simply a first-time user can set up VAT and start using Release 5.0 in minutes. Let's take a simple business scenario where a company deals in only one type of product, does only local sales, and the same VAT rate is applicable for all products. Go to Tally. Let's create a VAT sample company for Karnataka. Let's select the state as Karnataka. Once we save this company creation screen by pressing Ctrl A. Go to VAT configuration under F11, statutory taxation, enable value added tax, say yes, set or alter VAT details, yes. Over here the state which we have created for while creating the company will be coming. Mention the 11-digit TIN number. Set or alter tax or rate details, say yes. Over here you mention this VAT rate as 5%. Press Ctrl A and save the features. That's all. Only this much configuration is required, nothing more. Most businesses have a single VAT rate. That is why we have given the facility of defining the rate at the company creation level, so that a user need not enter it for every item. That would be too time consuming. Of course, if there are multiple rates, the user can always define the rates at the stock item level, which we will see shortly. Now let us create few masters. Go to Accounts Info, Ledger, Create, Universal Traders. We group it under Sundry Debtors. It will pick up this default state as the company creation. Whatever state we have selected, that state it will pick up. If it's local, the state will remain the same. And we will accept this, save this by pressing Ctrl A. Then we'll create a sales ledger. Sales under sales account. Is VAT or GST applicable? Applicable. No other changes. Just save this. Accept yes. Then we create a VAT ledger under duties and taxes. Type of duty VAT. No need to mention the percentage of calculations since we have already mentioned that at the F11. Statutory details. Let's create few stock items. Inventory info. We'll create two stock groups. Sports equipment under primary and sports apparels under primary. Then we'll create few stock items. Cricket bat under the group sports equipment. Units, numbers. We'll create an unit of measure by pressing Alt C. VAT applicable. Specify the opening balance. Then we create a second item, cricket ball, under sports equipments, units of measures, numbers, VAT applicable, and give an opening quantity. Then we create last stock item, t-shirt under sports apparels, units as numbers, VAT applicable, and give an opening quantity and a rate, and save this stock item. Now let us try passing a accounting voucher. Come to Gateway of Tally, accounting vouchers, F8 sales. Select the party. Save the supplementary details by pressing Ctrl A. Select the sales ledger. Name of item. We'll select all the three items. T-shirt, and we select the VAT ledger. Now you can see the VAT is being calculated on all the three items. If I press Alt A, I can see the tax analysis wherein tax is calculated at the rate of 5% on all the three items. And we save this voucher. Let us do a quick recap of how Release 5.0 handles a simple environment in a simple manner. So you have seen how easy it is to record the tax transactions. You simply enable VAT at the company level, define the applicable rate, create normal ledgers and stock items, pass transactions, and see VAT getting auto-calculated in transactions. If the VAT rate changes, simply change it at the company level. There is absolutely no need to wait for Tally Solutions to provide a stat release. Of course, if forms are changed, they will be delivered by Tally Solutions via capsules. Benefits. Setting up VAT in Release 5.0 is just one single step. It can be done in seconds, not even minutes. Because of simple and quick setup, sales calls can be closed very quickly. Imagine how many more calls you will be able to make, and therefore how many more sales you will do. No expertise required to record tax transactions and generate returns in Tally. Customers can now record error-free transactions with minimum support. Now let's take another scenario. Interstate sales is a very common business scenario where the goods are locally produced or purchased by the business and is sold to customers in other states. Let us see how Release 5.0 has simplified handling interstate sales. Go to F11, Statutory and Taxation, set or alter VAT details, say yes. Set or alter tax or rate details, say yes. Press F12 and enable CST rate details. Again, see form, it is showing 2%. This means if the invoice is against CST form, then VAT rate of 2% will be charged, or else it will be charged at the local rate, that is 5%. So we'll save this by pressing Ctrl A. We'll create a new party with the different states, say Tamil Nadu. Shriram Enterprises, under Sundry Debtors. We'll change the state to Tamil Nadu and we will save this ledger. Now let's try passing a sales invoice. Go to Accounting Vouchers, F8 Sales, select Shriram Enterprises. In the dispatch details, enable the option is against C form. Select the sales ledger, enter the amount and select the CST ledger. You can see the CST is getting calculated at the rate of 2%. Right? Over here, if you say provide details, yes, you can give the C form details. Form serial number, form number, date, and save this. Let us do a quick recap of the 5.0 highlights for interstate sales. As you saw in the demo, you just need to enable CST at the company level, and based on the state of the customer, CST gets calculated automatically. Nothing more needs to be done. This simplicity ensures that the business is able to implement CST and enter their first invoice in minutes. Also, chances of errors reduce considerably because of the simplicity. Let us look at the third scenario, purchase from unregistered dealer. When you purchase from an unregistered dealer, all you need to do is mark the supplier as unregistered in the ledger master. To record purchase from unregistered dealers, we need to go to the ledger master, ledger create, under sundry creditors, and the tax registration details, set or alter VAT details. Just change the type of dealer to unregistered and save it. Now let us take up a little complex scenario wherein the business is dealing with multiple products and the VAT rate of each item is different. Let us see how LEAS 5.0 handles this in a simple manner. Go to F11, Statutory and Taxation, enable set or alter VAT details. Say yes to define VAT, commodity and tax details as masters. Save by pressing Ctrl A. Come to Gateway of Tally, Accounts Info, Statutory Info, VAT Classifications, Create. So we create two different classifications, VAT at the rate of 5%, applicable from 1st April, 5% as the tax rate, and save. We create another VAT at the rate 12%, applicable from 1st April, 12%, and save this. Now let us tag these classifications to the stock group. Inventory info, stock group, alter, sports apparel. Over here in set or alter VAT details, you have to select a tax classification, VAT at the rate 12%. Same way for sports equipment, set or alter VAT details, select 5%. Now we will try passing a entry. Go to sales invoice, select the party, select the item ball, 100, the rate is 300, sales, select another item, t-shirt, 100 t-shirts at the rate of 1100. We select the VAT ledger. Now you can see in the tax analysis, T-shirt has been calculated at the rate of 12% and ball is calculated at the rate of 5%. So in spite of having stock items of different VAT rates, VAT has been calculated easily. Now we save this. Now suppose the government changes tax rates for sports equipment items to 6% from 10th April 2015. All you need to do is simply enter the new VAT rate along with the effective date in the classification master. So now we'll change this in the classification master. For that we'll go to accounts info, statutory info, VAT classification, alter from 10th April. The rate is changing to 6%. So we get the new rate. Now if we enter a sales invoice on 10th of April, select VAT. Now the VAT would be calculated at the rate of 6%. So you can see how the changes in the VAT can be easily taken care in release 5.0. You saw how simple it was to define one VAT rate for a group of items. If the business has several stock groups, each having items of a specific rate, you just need to define the rate at a stock group level. No need to define it for each item. When you enter transactions, the appropriate VAT rate gets used. There is absolutely no need to create different VAT ledgers. Of course, if you want to have different ledgers, you can do that also. Imagine a situation where the rate changes for a group of items. This facility of classification will enable you to change the rate at one go, saving time and effort. Tally Solutions will no longer provide stat releases for changes in tax rates. Users can make changes on their own. Of course, if there are changes in forms, they will be delivered by Tally Solutions via capsules. Many businesses, especially in the retail segment, build their goods inclusive of VAT. In such a scenario, customers would like to see the breakup of the item value and the tax value. For example, if the price of an item is 100 and 5% VAT is included in this rate, the retailer will need to apply a formula 100 into 100 divided by 105 to arrive at item sales or assessable value and 100 into 5 divided by 105 to arrive at tax value and manually enter it. The column rate inclusive of tax in the sales invoice ensures that this is automated. Let's see this powerful capability. Create a new stock item. Go to inventory info, stock item, create, handlers, under sports apparels, unit of measure numbers, insert or alter VAT details, mention the tax rate as 10%, applicable from 1st April, give an opening balance of 100 numbers at the rate of 100 and save this. Now we try passing a sales invoice. Go to F8 sales, press F12. In statutory options, enable provide support for inclusive of tax for stock item rate and save this. Select the party, select the item handlers, mention the quantity, select the VAT. You can see it calculates the VAT inclusive. Save this. As you saw, we simply need to enable the option of inclusive of tax in the sales invoice entry. No other step was required, and the breakup of item and VAT value gets done automatically. No manual calculations is needed. Invoicing becomes error-free and thereby saving time and effort. Let us see this scenario 6, VAT on state-based MRP. When the MRP of items is different in different states, it becomes necessary to handle VAT based on state-based MRP. Release 5.0 handles this complex situation in a very simple manner. Let us see how. Go to stock item creation. Create helmet. For that, press F12 and enable the option use allow MRP or marginal for stock items. VAT applicable, set or alter VAT details. Over here we will give the VAT rate, suppose 12%. Calculate VAT on MRP, yes, and come up. Then we'll enable this option set or alter MRP details. Over here we have to specify the state-wise MRP. Applicable from 1st April, suppose Karnataka, say 100 rupees, Tamil Nadu 200, and rest of India we can say any 300 rupees. So now whenever you select a state, Karnataka, the MRP will be 100 rupees, Tamil Nadu it will be 200, and for rest of India it would be 300. This MRP can be defined for both VAT as well as for excise. So it becomes very simple since it is available in one place. Okay, we give an opening stock. Now we'll try passing an entry. Accounting vouchers, F8 sales. Select the party. So since this party is of Karnataka, it is taking 100 rupees. If the party would have been of some from other state, for example, this is Tamil Nadu, Sri Ram. So it was taking 200. Okay, so we'll just continue with universal. It's VAT. Now you can see the tax analysis. Tax VAT is calculated based on MRP. 100 rupees per number into 10 is 1000. Okay, so on assessable value 1000, 5% is getting calculated. Now we can save this invoice. Now let us recap VAT based on state-based MRP. As we saw in the demo, it was simple to set up VAT based on state-based MRP. In fact, we could set the MRP for the purpose of VAT and excise in one place, making it convenient for users. And when making the sales invoice entry, the MRP will be picked up automatically based on the customer's state. Let us now look at an advanced situation, the requirement of handling works contract. Works contract refers to a turnkey project in which both goods and services are involved, and billing needs to be done in a consolidated manner. For example, a roads contractor uses material to lay a road, but at the same time he is delivering the service of laying a road. In such a situation, when he raises the invoice, he needs to bill one single amount under the head road laying charges, and he needs to charge VAT on a portion of the amount and service tax on the balance amount. It is a complex scenario easily handled by Tally. Let us see how. So let's create a ledger. Road laying charges. Go to accounts info, ledger, create road laying charges under sales account. VAT applicable, set or alter VAT details, yes. Edit nature of transactions, select sales works contract. Mention the tax rate as 10%. Save this ledger. Now we'll try passing the entry. Go to accounting vouchers, F8 sales, select the party Universal Traders, select the road laying charges, specify the value of 10,000. This window indicates that we have to mention the deduction claim for tax calculation. So suppose if we are entering 30% deduction, the taxable value is 7,000. Now select the VAT ledger and VAT will be calculated on 7,000 at the rate of 10%. You can see this in the tax analysis screen. Now save this. So this is how your works contract will be handled in Release 5.0. Now let us go through the highlights of works contract. As you saw in the demo, it was simple to set up the nature of transaction as works contract and then enter the sales invoice normally with just one addition, that is entering the deduction percentage, and the VAT was calculated correctly on the sales value less deduction. VAT and accounts only company. This is another scenario which is easily handled in Release 5.0. A very common requirement exists in the equipment renting business. For example, dealers of generator sets often give generators on rent. Under VAT laws, this renting out attracts VAT and therefore the dealer must charge VAT on his invoice. Let's see this in action. Now let us see how VAT can be enabled in accounts only company. So first let's create a new company. Accounts only. Let's select the state Karnataka. Save this. Go to F11, accounting features, maintain accounts only, and we enable VAT by going to statutory and taxation. Set our VAT details, select the state Karnataka, enter the 11-digit PIN number, set our audited tax rate details. Over we mention the common VAT rate 5%. And we save this screen by pressing Ctrl A. So we'll create few ledgers. Accounts info ledger, create, sales, under sales accounts, VAT applicable. Over here if we having different VAT rates, so we can go here and mention those different VAT rates. But since there is a common 5% rate, we will not go into it, we'll just save this ledger. Similarly, you create the purchase accounts. We'll create one party, ABC Traders, under debtors, maintain bill by bill, yes, and we'll save this. We also need to create one VAT ledger under duties and taxes. Since we have already mentioned it in the F11, F3, we'll just leave it blank. Now we'll enter a sales invoice. Go to accounting vouchers. Over here select ABC. Select the sales ledger. Specify the amount. Select the VAT ledger. Now VAT. You can see the VAT is getting calculated automatically. Now let us look at the highlights of VAT in accounts only company. As you saw in the demo, it was simple to set up VAT for a business which does not maintain inventory and yet needs to charge VAT. Release 5.0 has been uniquely designed to handle some state-specific requirements. For Rajasthan, tax based on quantity is provided for businesses like granite and marble, where tax is calculated as per square feet of marble or granite. Similarly, in Delhi, tax based on grade slab has been provided to support businesses like shoe dealers, where VAT is 0 if rate of shoes is below 500. However, there is a specific tax percentage which is charged on shoes whose rate is above 500 per pair. Let us see how this requirement has been handled in Tally.ERP9. So let us first create a company for the state of Rajasthan. We'll give the name as Rajasthan VAT. In the state we will select Rajasthan. And we'll save the screen by pressing Ctrl A. Go to F11, Statutory and Taxation, enable value added tax, and set or alter VAT details. We are able to see the Rajasthan state which we have selected while creating the company. We'll mention the TIN number. Set or alter tax or rate details, say yes. Enter the tax percentage. Then you can see enable VAT on quantity. So since it will be calculated on the inventory, you have to enable this and save the screen. Now we'll create a stock item. Go to inventory info, stock item, create. Create marble under primary, rate unit, VAT applicable, set or alter VAT details, say yes. Over here you can see it's asking for the calculation type. So over here if you press the space bar, you are able to see two options, on quantity, on value. Select on quantity. Applicability from 1st April 2015. Tax rate 100 rupees per unit. Now save this and specify some opening stock. We'll create few ledgers. Ganesh Enterprises under sundry debtors. Sales under sales account and the VAT ledger under duties and taxes. Now we'll pass the entry accounting vouchers, freight sales. We'll change this to an item invoice. Select the party. Marble. Suppose we are selling some 10 units at the rate of 1000 and select VAT. If you see the tax analysis, you are able to see the calculation that it is calculating 100 rupees per unit into 10 units, right? So on that it is taking 1000 rupees. For 1 unit it's 100 rupees. So there are total 10 units. So 10 into 100 is 1000. Now we can save this. Now let us see the requirement for Delhi. Let's create a company with the state selected Delhi. Over here we will select the state as Delhi and save the screen by pressing Ctrl A. Go to F11, Statutory and Taxation. We have to enable VAT, set or alter VAT details. Delhi is being taxed since we have selected while doing the company creation. We will mention the TIN number. Set or alter tax or rate details. Say yes. Over here we will enter the tax percentage of VAT. Enable VAT on stock item rate. Yes. And we'll save this. Now let's create a stock item. Inventory info, stock item, create. Item A, units of measures, numbers, VAT applicable, set or alter VAT details here. Yes. Over here you can see that there is a calculation type which is come. Over here if you press the space bar, we can select on item rate. Okay. So we can give a range over here 0 to 500. Tax rate is 0. From 500 to 900, it is 5%. So automatically you can see it is picking up the tax type. Wherever the tax rate is 0, it is picking up as exempt, and wherever it is picking up a percentage, it is taxable. And 900 onwards, it will be 10%. Applicable from 1st April 2015. I will save this. I will give an opening balance. We'll create a few ledgers. Ganesh, few others, the sundry debtors. Create a sales ledger and the VAT ledger under duties and taxes. Now let's try passing a fresh entry. Accounting vouchers, F8 sales. Select the party. You have to select an item invoice by pressing Alt I. Select the item. So if I'm selling 100 at the rate of 550, I select the VAT ledger. You can see the VAT is getting calculated based on the rate. Since rate is 550, it is picking up 5% as the VAT rate. You can see the same in the VAT analysis. Item A above rate 500, percentage is 5. Right? If I change the rate to say 200, then the VAT will not be calculated. You can see it is coming blank. The same we can see it's Alt A in the VAT analysis. It is picking up rate as 0. Okay, and it is also showing sales exempt. Right? So I'll just save this, change the rate to 550 and save this. So this is a specific requirement which is there in the state of Delhi. So in this release 5.0, we have given this capability wherein the VAT can be calculated based on the rate. Time for quick recap. So we saw how simple it was to enable VAT for the two states. Based on the state specified at the company level, appropriate options are displayed in F11 features and in relevant masters. All we need to do is enable the options, define the applicable rates and past transactions to see VAT getting appropriately calculated. Isn't that simple? Now let us see the powerful capability of triangulation. Check status. In release 5.0, the VAT report form VAT100 has been designed in such a way that the user can identify transactions included for generating the VAT return, transactions excluded because they are not relevant, and transactions about which Tally is uncertain as to what to do because there is missing information or possible errors. This concept is called triangulation because of these three aspects. Drill down. The user can drill down into each type, included, excluded, and uncertain, and satisfy himself of the correctness of information. Corrective actions. In the uncertain bucket, Tally gives the different reasons for errors or missing information. The user can go directly into masters or transactions and correct the errors or provide the missing information. This results in 100% correct return, giving confidence of a hand-prepared return. Now let us see this powerful capability in action. In order to see the power of the triangulation capability, let us make some errors in entries. We'll alter the ledger, accounts info ledger, alter universal traders. We'll make this state as not applicable. Then we'll change the VAT amount in a sales invoice. This is a VAT which is auto calculated by Tally. I've made some change in the VAT amount manually. Now we'll see the triangulation report. Go to display, statutory reports, VAT form 100. Over here, selected the period of April. There are some total 4 transactions which have been passed, out of which 2 have been included in the return, okay, and 2 are uncertain. So let us see what are the 2 exceptions. One is a master related exception and the other one is a transaction related exception. So first we'll rectify the party related exception where it says unable to determine the country or state. So it is showing me the same ledger name Universal Traders, for which you have made state not applicable. So these are the possible errors which the user might do, and Tally will help us to identify those errors. Okay, so we'll select this ledger by pressing a space bar and set the location to Karnataka. Right? Once we save this and come out, the exception goes away. Then we'll clear the second exception of transaction which says mismatch in tax amount. So if I press enter, it gives me the detail of the entry where there is a mismatch. Right? It shows that as per the transaction it is 1500 and as per the calculation it should be 1250. There is a difference of 250 rupees. So we'll have to identify which is the correct figure and do the changes accordingly. So you had seen that we had changed the VAT amount manually, right? So we will correct it with the correct figure. So I press the space bar and press enter, so it will pick up the correct VAT amount and we have to save this. Now this voucher goes away from here. So now all my exceptions are cleared, my uncertain transactions are 0. I need to now do a VAT payment. So I click on stamp payment. Okay, it gives me the details of the statutory payment. Now I have to make a VAT payment, so I select VAT for the period of 1st April to 30th, payment type regular. Okay, over here I can create a bank account to which I will be making the statutory payment. Okay, and I select the VAT ledger. Okay, and I save this. I can specify the instrument number and I save this. Right? So now you can see in the payment details it says tax payment included 1 voucher and VAT or CST paid. So we saw how simple it was to identify missing information and errors, how easily we could provide the information and correct errors, and as a result get complete confidence that the return is 100% accurate. Imagine a scenario: a businessman finalizes his VAT return. Then the accountant makes VAT dated additions and alterations. How will anyone know about such changes? Release 5.0 gives a powerful capability of saving returns. After you save the return, whatever changes are done, they will get reflected in the triangulation report, thereby helping in immediate action. Also, if you accept the changes, you can easily file a revised return. Let us see this in action. Let us create a new transaction that impacts VAT. So this is an existing data where we have already passed few entries. So first we will save this return. Do you want to save the return? Yes. Okay. Now if I go to the return transaction book, I can see that the return has been filed. Now I'll make some changes in the existing data. Once I'll create a new entry first. That will affect my VAT. I'll do a sales. I'll alter the transaction. right? Now let us come back to the triangulation report and select the save report. Display statutory reports VAT. Now over here it is highlighting the return values might have been changed. Press F5 to recompute. Right? So if I click on recompute, it will again recompute the VAT payable. Right? You can see that the figure is changed over here. So if you want to save this, you have to click on save as revised. Right? If you want to overwrite it, suppose if you have not prepared this return, submitted this return, then you can overwrite it. But if you have submitted already, then you can save it as revised. So right now I'll just click on F7 or click on save as revised, and I save this. Now if I go to my return transaction book, it will give me the latest return which I have done. I press F6, which will show me all the returns. So I can open each one of them and see. So I am having a record of the returns which I have already prepared through Tally. I can also make a stat payment from this same screen. I don't have to go to accounting vouchers and do the payment. I can straight away go over here and select VAT, and for the difference amount I can make the payment. Now let us see how we should engage with an existing user of Tally.ERP9. First, you must take a backup of his data. Then you can migrate the data to release 5.0. After successful migration, you will see a message. Click on the message and view the Getting Started document. This document tells you the steps to be followed before you start entering fresh data in 5.0. Now let us see the powerful capability of triangulation using an existing user's data. Now we will move on for the triangulation report for VAT in Tally. For that we have a demo company. Display statutory reports, VAT, form VAT 100. And change the period to April, for which we have passed the entries. This is the triangulation report for form VAT 100. Where it shows us, it gives us the statistics of vouchers, the total number of transactions which have been passed during the month of April, the included transactions, excluded transactions, and uncertain transactions. Included transactions are the transactions which Tally has considered for the return. Excluded are the transactions which have been excluded not on the basis of voucher but on the basis of nature of transaction. For example, you can see the contra, payroll, order vouchers and inventory vouchers. So these transactions are not going to affect the return. Now we go to the uncertain transactions. For this period, you can see there are some 19 uncertain transactions. So we just drill down and see what is the summary of these exceptions. You can see there are some master related exceptions in wherein party, you can see unable to determine country or state. Okay, so Tally is saying that there is some information pertaining to country state which is missing, which will help Tally to consider it for the return. So I just press enter. It shows me the party name Gizmo Traders. Okay, so I need to set the location for this particular ledger. So I select this by pressing space bar and click on set location. Over here I select the state as Karnataka and save it. Now this exception becomes 0. Now it is talking about unable to determine parties dealer type. So there are some masters which we have created in which we have not given the dealer type. What we do is we just go into detail. There are 3 parties for which we have not defined the dealer type. So we will select the ledgers and we'll say regular. Gizmo will select regular, and Excel we will select as unregistered, and we'll save this. Okay, so now it is saying tax details, unable to determine the tax details of the stock group or stock items. So if I drill down, it gives me the list of items. Right, so I press F5 for item wise and I can tag the percentages for these items. So we will assign the rate genset, GI pipes, insulators, painting and polishing. We will set the rate at 1st April, taxable 12.5%, and gold and tobacco we will give a high rate. 1st April, taxable, and this will be 14%. Duty mismatch in tax amount. So if I drill down, I get a list of voucher where there is a tax difference, where it indicates the potential reason why the mismatch is either because of wrong calculation or there is no tax which has been calculated. There is some round off issue. Okay, so we can just select it as alt as is and make it 0. Now I'm having 0 uncertain transactions. Right, now I have to make the stat payment. You can see that it is giving us the details of whether VAT is payable or refundable. I click on stat payment, VAT, okay. So it's saying payment is not included. So let us see what it says. Unable to determine the payment period or type of tax payment. So here we'll set the details. It's for VAT from April to 30th April. Right? This goes away. Now this has been included. Now we can save the return. Now this is ready for print. So we can go to return transaction book, print it. So you can see it will generate the print preview in the Word doc. So this is a new capability, customization with productivity suites, which has been incorporated in release 5.0, returns in Word doc. You can see a form VAT 100 is being generated. In a nutshell, Release 5.0 makes tax management simple. Simple to set up. As we saw in the demo, setting up VAT in Tally was simple and did not take more than a few minutes. There is no configuration required for most businesses. For few businesses which have a little complex requirement, very minimal configuration is needed. Simple to enter transactions. As already demonstrated, we could enter the first invoice in a few minutes of creating the company. Simple to enter tax adjustment and payment entries. As you saw, it is so simple to enter adjustment and payment entries. Flexible. We can handle any complex requirement in a simple manner, whether it is change in tax rates or state-based MRP, works contract, etc. Very minimal configuration is required. Accurate. Because of minimal configuration, Release 5.0 ensures that minimal errors occur. Now let us go through the summary. Triangulation. The powerful triangulation report helps you identify which transactions have been considered for the return and which have not, because of missing information, thereby helping in generating the right return. Saving returns and revised returns. We saw how a user can save his return and get visibility of all changes that happen after saving. Also, he is able to revise a return and then file the revised return, all in a simple manner. Direct e-filing of return. Tally is working closely with many departments to support direct e-filing of returns from within Tally. After saving the returns, it can be exported from Tally and directly uploaded in their portal. No third-party tool is required for e-filing of returns. Currently, this capability is available for Karnataka only. It will be extended to other states soon as and when the state government supports us. Now let us go through the FAQs. Is there an audit report for altered transactions? The answer is Tally philosophy is that if a user can see what edits or deletes he has done in Tally, then so can someone else, and it can become difficult to explain the genuine reasons why you made these changes to your books of accounts. Therefore, we will still not provide transactional audit. When we save the VAT triangulation report, the report gets saved with final figures and also the connected masters and transactions. If the transactions or masters are changed, Tally will be able to point out that there have been changes to those masters and transactions that were part of the saved report. Tally will not be able to say what were the changes. The user will need to identify them manually. And if the changes may require the user to file a revised return, he must do so. How do I rectify errors in the VAT charged? There are many ways to handle this. If the VAT report has not been generated and the customer has not yet filed his return, you could cancel the earlier invoice and make a new one. Or the difference in the tax can be charged or refunded by a supplementary transaction. Even if the VAT reports have been filed, the law permits cancelled VAT to be adjustable within 6 months. Your auditor will suggest the best method for your case. Tally handles these cases in 5.0. The government notifies a new VAT rate. Unlike earlier, in case Tally has not yet sent you an update of the new rate, you can specify the new rate and proceed with your transactions. You do not have to wait for the STAT update. Of course, if the VAT return formats have changed, you will need to wait for the STAT updates, which will be delivered before they become due to the department. I do not use inventory. Can I get the VAT returns? The VAT computation and features all work even if inventory has not been enabled. Inventory transactions are not being made. Partial inventory and partial accounting vouchers are being recorded. Do I need to create separate sales and VAT ledgers? No. You can have a common sales and a common VAT account. Tally gets into each transaction to generate the VAT returns and does not take the figures from the ledger balances. I do not have the VAT TIN or CST number at this time. Sometimes you may get the party VAT TIN number later. So Tally will prompt you at transaction entry time that it thinks that the party is an unregistered dealer. You can ignore the message and use the appropriate VAT percentage and add the VAT number later. This is all about VAT in Tally.ERP 9 5.0. Thank you.